Now I know I do say the word consistency a lot of my videos, but I want to dive into what it can really mean for you, my friend. Because when you have consistency, you usually stay focused on working out a part of your body. And as you know, it will make that specific muscle tired, and then that part of the body needs to rest so it can perform better again. Right? That's how working out should be for you, not resenting it. It should be something that you want to do and not something that feels like a chore. Because when you start seeing effort as growth, that's when real change begins. And I'm just saying that now. Because I'm gonna be honest here. If you're staying consistent with working out, I have a question for you that I want you to answer. Do you love the progress you have made? I want you to honestly answer it, my friend, because it will show if you're actually loving and understanding the progress you have made, or just doing it because you're forced to. Because if you're making progress from just dragging yourself to the gym or forcing yourself to work out, yes, that is still discipline at the end of the day, but are you feeling any joy from it? I wanna know how that feels because it has previously happened to me before. Because the amount of things I had to get done throughout my days, especially working out, it destroyed me. And it just overall felt more like a chore for me than something that I actually really wanted to do for the day. I want to explain my side of the struggle and talk about how seeing as a whole can really affect your future, my friend, with how you can use it to your advantage as well. Because trust me, I've been there. I know how it feels when consistency feels more like a chore than actual progress. Here's my testimony on struggling with consistency. So, this was a couple of weeks ago. This happened when I woke up for the day, and usually for me, I get up, I get ready for the day, and then I do some work I need to do. That's how I usually get into the flow of things. Now during this time, like I said, I used to this habit of just waking up and doing what I need to do. But on that specific day during that week, my mind was starting to resent it. I still pushed through it, but I didn't put that much effort into it as I usually do because my body just didn't feel like doing it. My mind just felt tired. And during that time, I experienced procrastination. I experienced it by watching random videos on YouTube and just being on my phone while laying down instead of actually focusing on what I need to do. Well, that's when I experienced procrastination. And that's a habit that don't want you to build because if you build up procrastination, it's going to be hard to root it down because that is kind of a part of who you are. But that's what I experienced. And that was just the first thing that I've experienced. Just the first. Because then throughout the rest of the day, when I had to get things done, like walking my dog or doing schoolwork, I would just stay comfortable. Yeah, me. I would just stay comfortable, like in my bed or just on my phone. And when I knew I had time to do them, when I knew I had enough time to do them, even working out, I resented it even though I knew I had to do it. I still remember in my head that there could be tasks that could take less than 5 minutes to do, right? Less than 5 minutes. But then I just stay comfortable. Instead, I did the closest thing that felt comfortable to me, which was being on my phone. And now I was training my mind to have instant gratification. And after I understood that I was in that stage of building instant gratification, that's when it hit me that I was losing focus. Those two experiences grew more and more throughout the next couple of days. Those two habits I was building up, it just kept growing and growing and growing. And it was destroying me fast. It was. Because I remember complaining over the slightest discomfort that I felt, and the bad habits were starting to catch up to me. Like the bad habits that I had before, that my old self had, it was starting to catch up to me. And before I had my friend, I had a lot of bad habits. I felt devastated throughout this time because I wasn't consistent with myself. But then I asked myself something. I asked myself, why was I trapped in these bad habits? I knew I was doing bad, so I couldn't have stopped building those bad habits and started building good ones, but I didn't. So later that night, I decided to reflect on my overall progress that I have made throughout the years. Because I'm gonna say this now. I wasn't like this a couple years ago. I didn't have the physique I had. I was way different from back then. I was way different, and I've made significant progress, including working out for me. And of course, I faced a lot of struggles during this path, but I understand that this all the progress I have made, especially right now, has made me into the person that I am now. So while I was reflecting, it made me understand one thing. You have to love the progress, my friend. You do. Because when you do, it stops becoming a chore. Let me explain why I love in the process fuel consistency. Because my friend, it does. Now most people may not understand this, but this can make you so much progress. So much. You don't resist and you work out. You show actual effort into that workout. Killing procrastination. It also shows that you want to keep up with yourself and your health, which is what really matters, my friend, because I'm going to be honest. Most people, they focus on trying to be perfect with their workouts, trying to be perfect with their schedule. And my friend, that's not the case. That's not the case, my friend, no. Because it shows that every habit, every workout, and even every meal is better to chase than instant gratification. It doesn't make you hate working out all for a mistake you made. It makes you understand how much things you have to get to this point so you can keep up, so you can keep moving forward, my friend. Loving the process not only makes you want to work out, it makes it a part of your lifestyle. It makes it a part of you, of who you are. Because when you let working out become a part of your life, what starts to happen is that you'll gain a confidence boost because it makes you not worry about a small issue, like for an example, doing a set wrong. It also gives you a motivation boost because it gives you energy for the next workout, and it reinforces your mind to be more positive. Your mind is focused on making progress. And when it actually sees that it's making progress and not focusing on goals that take months to reach, and they want that in like 2 days, which is needed to keep up with consistency. Because my friend, working out was not only it's not only all for the body, it's for the mind as well. If you think that you can get a really good physique in like 2 days, you need to rethink on your goals because it takes time, it takes effort, it takes actual time to do so. And as you see, it all connects. Your mindset, your habits, your progress. It all connects to loving the process, to you loving the process of consistency, my friend. And they may be asking, well, how does it link to consistency? Well, it links by understanding your progress and doing better every single time. Not making it a constant loop of just dragging yourself to the gym every single time. No. It also makes the effort you put into every rep into a habit that will push you forward. And lastly, it will reinforce your consistency via your understanding that every workout you do is pushing you towards a goal that you want, which will create motivation for the next workout, my friend. With this, my friend, will feel easier to push through and will actually feel like progress because it won't be forced. It will be wanted. It won't be as a chore that you must do. You can build consistency by, of course, loving the progress, tracking your progress, reflecting on your progress from time to time, and creating goals you know you can achieve. Because, my friend, I feel as if consistency is something so powerful that it makes you not worry about health anymore. Because knowing that loving the process can enhance your consistency by making you actually want to do what you need to do, especially for working out. There is no excuse out there for you not to be consistent, my friend. Because if you missed one day of work, your progress is still there. It still is. Because being consistent is to be focused on what you need to do. And it's not by being consistent for a long time. Remember, consistency, my friend, it's not all about just a big number, like, like they 1,000 of working out daily. Like, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be you building yourself. And that's what I feel like most people miss with working out. Because consistency is needed to grow. And I feel as if without it, you're nothing. You're literally nothing. Now remember this. Progress is never perfect, but at the end, it will be worth it. Now onto the final words of the video. Loving the process has not only helped me overcome some of my struggles, but it's also made me realize that for working out, it takes time to build a strong foundation for health. And with the world being impatient with almost everything, you can build this up for you, my friend. You can start to build consistency with for yourself, knowing that you don't have to be perfect with it. You just have to be willing to endure and make progress for your health no matter what. Now this is a video that I want to make because I feel like consistency is something that can really build us, but some of us don't really understand it, and some of us get the wrong idea. So I really hope this helped you out in understanding how consistency can really be for you. And remember, you can always apply it today at any time. All right, stay healthy, work out if you need to, and stay consistent with it, my friend. This will help you make progress for you and for you only, because with consistency, you can be great, my friend. You can. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.